Hey guys, it's just a camera girl, and it is week 3, well into my 21-week challenge, and I've been eating lots of produce, lots of greens, lots of salads. A lot of my meals have contained salads, and the only thing I seem to snack on now is pretty much bananas, apples, blueberries, and strawberries, which is great because there's berries everywhere at the moment, and they're actually on sale. So that's going just overall really, really well. What I wanted to talk about today in this video is something I sort of found that I wasn't happy with in my diet. Even though I'm kind of within this 1500 to 1800 calorie range, I'm not calorie counting. I feel as though I know, sort of having a meal of 300 here and a meal of 300 here and loads of produce, I know that, I'm in that range. I'm getting healthy fats, I'm getting lean proteins, getting enough carbs, not too many carbs, and everything's sort of balancing out. But my biggest problem is that this past 2 weeks, I've looked back at what I've eaten, and there's one thing in particular I'm really unhappy with. And it's something I tend to put in my coffee. I tend to put in oatmeal, yogurt. I caught myself going through drive-thrus, getting a nice coffee, getting a latte, and just, it's pretty much artificial sweeteners. In my yogurt, I buy plain yogurt, and yes, I add granola in there, and yes, I add blueberries or strawberries, but for some reason, I always add a little bit of sweetener. I put Equal in my coffee. I put Splenda in my oatmeal when I'm making stovetop oatmeal. And in the last few weeks, kind of tallying up everything, I've noticed I consume a lot. I consume more than I really, really would want to. And there's such an appeal to kind of artificial sweeteners because they have no calories. So instead of going to Starbucks and getting the vanilla latte, which is probably going to be about 200 calories, I get the sugar-free vanilla latte because, right there I'm losing 70 calories, and I kind of justify that I can have it more. And diet sodas, I mean, I don't drink loads of soda, but I do drink enough. And if I'm not drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper, one day I'm definitely going to get a nice coffee. So there's that, and I put in oatmeal, and I find myself adding a lot of artificial sweeteners, and I have a sweet tooth. I like sweets, and I kind of like the taste of Splenda, and, I know that it's ultimately something I want to cut out. I mean, if anything, I am not a cold turkey person. I am definitely a wiener when it comes to getting rid of these type of things in my diet. So I really had to think today about how I was going to cut down on artificial sweeteners. So I did a bit of research, and I looked up, and, with my oatmeal this morning, and I decided to add honey. Okay, 50 calories of honey. It kind of adds to my overall calorie intake, but, I didn't use a packet or a packet and a half of Splenda. I also picked up, which I want to share with you, is this stuff. Okay, I am not, doing blatant advertising, but basically, this has just gone into the stores. It has stevia, or whatever you want to call it, which is a natural plant, sort of like a licorice plant. I mean, it does add sweetness, it does have an aftertaste, and I've bought stevia from natural food stores. And I've put that into stuff, and this kind of came on the market on one of these, evil corporate brands, Cargill, if anybody knows anything about the FDA, and I'm sorry, I don't want to get all political hat on you, so, but basically, this is in Walmart, this is in your local grocery stores now, and it's a slightly kind of refined, processy version of stevia. Stevia is natural, and this is still technically natural, although they kind of cut down on that sort of aftertaste that comes with the plant, because stevia is a plant. It's not like Equal or Splenda that comes from metals and other things that are just naturally not part of, I don't want to say the earth, but it's chemical. Okay, let's be frank, it is a chemical. and there's loads of studies that they can do great harm to you in large quantities. Now, everybody's different. Some people have different food allergies. Some people are probably allergic to this stuff. And this is not my, answer. Truvidia or whatever it's called. This is not my answer. This is not my, oh, I can give up artificial sweeteners because I have a new 0-calorie artificial sweetener. But the thing about this, which is going to help me sort of get rid of any kind of artificial sweetener, is that they come in little packs as well. So when I go to Starbucks or if I'm out, I can put these in my purse. I can always choose a healthy, natural kind of sweetener at home, like honey or that agave stuff that everybody keeps talking about, which I've not tried yet. But at $10 a bottle, I've been kind of holding off on it. But I should probably buy it. So this is a little more natural. Because the FDA does not like this stuff. When you do research this, or you research stevia, you are going to get hundreds of misinformation. I mean, about 20 years ago, they said that this is just as bad for you as other artificial sweeteners. New studies that have come out to say, no, they've not found it pretty much in anyone, or any kind of testing they've done, but yada, yada, yada. Bottom line is, I'm going to use a different sweetener until I can wean myself completely off of 0-calorie sweeteners. I'm going to watch the foods I eat. I've already given up those pre-fab yogurts and all those like 100-calorie snacks, and I try to give up diet soda as much as possible because those are full of artificial sweeteners. And if I have this addiction to always having Splenda with me and putting Splenda packets and everything, just think of all the other foods I eat throughout the day that have artificial sweeteners in them. So, yeah, step one for me this week and through the 21-week challenge is to replace one artificial sweetener to another until I can completely wean myself off artificial sweeteners. And if it's anything like giving up sodium, because I've pretty much almost never picked up I don't pick up a salt shaker anymore, and I don't put salt on things. So if I can wean myself off artificial sweeteners like I weaned myself off of a salt shaker, then it's only good things can come from it. My taste buds are going to change, and I'm going to start getting that natural sweetness out of the fruit I put in my yogurt instead of being like, this needs something. So yeah, this is kind of a sporadic long video, and it's a very long video for me. But I just wanted to share that I really want to cut out artificial sweeteners. This is what I'm going to focus on this week with my healthy eating, with loads of fruits and vegetables, and hopefully this box of 40 will last me 2 weeks, because that's what I'm aiming for. And then I'll never buy a box of it again, because I'll be completely done with artificial sweeteners. So thank you for tuning in. I will see you next week. I'm going on a hiking trip on Sunday and Monday, so wish me luck, and I will report back to you soon with a weigh-in.